Banks is this extravagant, outgoing, bossy, dripped out and flavored up artist from Dallas, Texas. Me, if you didn't know, it's my third year rapping. I got my single going, busted, I'm going crazy, and we climbing the charts. It was my very first show. I was able to see people really engage with me, rap my lyrics, pull their phone out, put the shine on me, and to see that it was just really like a surreal moment, because I'm an upcoming artist from Dallas and I'm female, so it's kind of harder for us to just get out there. But to see my fans growing and to see people actually tapping into me, it was just a great feeling. Lit, lit, like that's it. We are lit. We go up, turn, ratchet, fun, bounce that ass. I know that ain't no description, but I
No,
just
that
like
was
that's
up.
the feel I give off. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
really fun. So when people listen to my stuff, it's the people that want to turn up because like I love to turn up. Like Houston, Atlanta. I haven't been to Chicago, but Chicago because I can see like where my music is doing well.
Yeah.
It's doing really well in Chicago and New York. So and Dallas, of course. So Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, New York, Chicago.
Yeah.
Those areas are really like really heavy on me right now. So about 70. Every time I go home, I got a new family member. I'm like, yo, like, when I see you.
Yeah.
But nah, the love in Dallas is crazy. Like, the love in Dallas has always been crazy because that's where, I come from. So every time I go home, like, it's always love because they just, happy to see me win it. So 1501, I recently joined them back in April. It felt like it's been forever though because it's such a family. I say it all the time. We so family oriented and that's what I like most about it. But we got a strong team, great team. We putting shit together, putting it out, and from what people from the outside say, they always say that the rollouts that we've been doing are just so good. And so I'm like, oh, great, because I don't really get to see it from a another person's perspective. But I have a great team and I'm happy to be here.
That's what's
Actually, it's so crazy. It happened through an Instagram live. Carl was on live one day, and people were submitting their music, getting his feedback, and I decided I was gonna submit my single, "Busted." I submitted it. He gave me feedback on the live, and then like 2 weeks later, he reached out to me wanting to sign me, and I was with it. So
up.
for me, it was an intuition thing. I'm all about intuition, so it just felt like the right situation. Because that wasn't the first situation I was offered. So when I finally got to that one, which was the fourth offer, I was like, okay, this one felt like the right one, and I just kind of went for my good. Oh, this was recently, actually, like sometime last month. I
Yeah.
finally caught it on the radio, like in the car, like I mean, not generally. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for?
Randomly.
Randomly, yeah. I
Yeah.
was just in the car, like me and my manager, we kicking it, whatever, and Bussy came on the radio, and I'm just like, wow, like that's crazy. Hell no.
What kind of niggas you date?
You know what? I don't even have a type, but he can't be no square because I like to do everything, like
Yeah.
everything. Like I'm so open minded to just anything when it comes to having fun. So like I invited my homegirls over here at 5 o'clock in the morning to come drink and turn up to like 8. You know what I'm saying? In the morning, I do stuff like that.
That's
So
what's
as
up.
long as we can turn up, have a good time, like it's cool. I went to Texas A&M Commerce. Um, I finally decided to just try it when I saw females out of my city making it.
Yeah.
I seen Asian doll make it out of Dallas. Shout out to her. I seen Cuban doll make it out of Dallas, and I knew them. Like they went to high school, probably like 10 minutes from me. So when I seen them make it, I was like, okay, well I'm gonna try it out and see if it worked for me. And I tried it out, and it worked for me. And we here. It was so funny. I was the only girl in there, and it was like me, my two homeboys, and like two other dudes, and they was rapping first.
Yeah.
So I'm in there like, what if I go in there and this shit suck? But I went in there, I put it down. It was actually to Still Tipping. I did that instrument. That was my first song ever,
Okay.
and they liked it. It was hot. I know my voice like real high and squeaky because that was like 2 years ago, but it was fun. It was cool, and after that, I was just like, yeah. I'm finna start coming to the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was in Dallas. I want to say, yep, it was in Dallas. I didn't have a showcase. I was in the club though when they played Bussy, and people was rapping like the verse. Like it's one thing to know the hook, but when you know the verse, it's like okay, you really know that song. So I was in the club one time. Actually, it was Club Prime in Dallas, and I was able to like see what my song was really doing. And like ever since then, I just been kind of, continuing to push it as a single because I'm like people rocking with it. So
that's what's up. I bet.
I work with Beatking, who's from Houston. I work with Ken the Man, who's also from Houston. This hasn't been put out, but I have worked with T-Pain now, which is so crazy.
What was that like?
Man, that was so like crazy. Like crazy is an understatement because this man used to like had me in front of the fans singing when I was like this, thinking I'm him, But it was crazy how it happened. I actually linked up with him on that through his producer.
Okay.
So that was really live. But yeah, I can't really think about an artist right now. Oh, Lamigo, who's from Memphis. I worked with him.
Okay.
And yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming up, so just stay tuned.